what it seems. They tell me don't get caught up dreaming. Live inside reality, bro. Go and chase your dream. Been crucified, been strung on bed, done did a bid, murder ones, ducking beams. All these voices in my head make me want scream. Shut the fuck up. Crossed out by my niggas, so my trust.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Culture Shift. I'm your host, Juice, and the title of this podcast episode is called What's It Like to Be a Girl Dad? And I'm a girl dad times two. I have two girls. And man, being a girl dad is dope. It's an experience, an ever evolving experience. I learn something new almost every day. Uh, and it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful journey to watch my babies, develop their own personalities and just kind of grow into their own, have their own interests and stuff like that. So, and what really inspired me to even want to do a podcast episode is I was having a conversation with my kid's mom, and uh, she was just telling me about how happy they look, my daughters together. I have one daughter by one and I have one daughter by another. And she was just telling me how happy they look together. And, I was kind of letting her know, like, yeah, we was talking about how we believed that they would be very close once they got older. And I just, she was saying, like, well, they was kind of at each other's neck, early on. And, when they first kind of was born. And mind you, my kids is only, my daughter is only 3. One of them is about to be 4 next month. And so maybe when they first kind of was around each other, stuff like that, they were kind of just trying to get to know each other. And that's what I told her. I was just like, they feeling each other out. That's all. That's all they was doing. And she was like, you know what? That's it. That's what you should do. You should do something on that, on what it's like to be a girl dad. And I was like, you know what? That's dope. I think that that would be a great idea. And that's kind of what got me here doing that, just kind of giving my experience and my perspective and my thoughts on it. I'm pretty sure there's other fathers out there that's probably going to have some of the same thoughts as me, or some of the same questions, or maybe even some of the same icks. And when I say icks, I mean like just stuff that just make me tremble when I have to do it with my daughter. For instance, like changing her. It's so different from changing a daughter and a son. My son's private is different. So, I wipe, you good, you wipe whatever. A daughter, it's a little different. You got to clean it a certain way. So that's like one of the icks for me. It's like just because of the way, how a little bit more detailed in the cleaning you got to be. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just different. That was one of the different things that I had to get used to, was changing them. And for a long time, I would not change them. If they pee, cool, because I could handle that. But if they pooped, I wasn't changing. Nope, because the poop get inside the privates and stuff, and it was just like, no, I can't do it. Cause I mean, I can't. But but yeah, man. So I've been kind of learning, man, and it's just been an ever revolving cycle of messing up, learning. Like, I might wipe them too hard sometimes. I might be a little too rough on them, and that's something that I gotta realize, because I'm real rough with my son. I'm real rough with him. I play, especially when we play. But you can't be like that with your daughters. You got to be a little bit more. Some of them might have that little tomboy in them, but a lot of them, but you might have that princess that thinks she just too. That thinks, she just too dang on prissy. She bougie, so she feel like you gotta baby her all the time. And that's how my daughters are. So my like when I first learned that I was having a daughter, I immediately knew that was that. And this is a joke, by the way. I never blame God for nothing, but I just used to be like, man, that's God giving hitting me back with my karma. I was like, dog, that's my karma. He would give me a girl, a daughter. And when I got my second daughter, I just was like, yeah, I'm done with kids. Like I got one son and two daughters. Like I just couldn't believe it. So my heart doesn't have to break just once, but twice. Twice. So, but yeah, man, my initial reaction was just shock. I couldn't believe that I was now gonna be a father to not only a son but a daughter. It was a blessing too, though, because growing up, I always wanted a son and a daughter. I wanted my son first, and I wanted my daughter next. So anything outside of that, I didn't really care. So the fact that I got a daughter the third time, it was cool. I got my son, I got my daughter, and then the daughter. I was good with that. But something that I kind of like was kind of scared about though, and that I thought about was that one day they was gonna have to grow up. One day my daughters was gonna have to grow up, and one day they were gonna have their own men in their life, and one day they was gonna have their heart broke. And I knew that one day I was gonna have to deal with that. I knew one day that I was gonna have those conversations with them. And luckily for me though, that they have a dad that put that has put women through things and that has learned from it, and that has gotten better with understanding and knowing how to treat women. So I can kind of pass on some of those experiences and some of those thoughts that I was thinking at the time. And hopefully I'm able to kind of help and guide them to kind of make better decisions. And hopefully they're able to maneuver away from a lot of the heartbreak. They're gonna get hurt regardless. I'm not gonna be able to protect them from everything, but as a father, that you want to protect your kids from everything possible. You don't want your kids to hurt at all. As soon as you know they hurt, and you want to take that pain away. And but you got to understand though, lessons come with experience. A lot of times you got to go through stuff. That's the only way that you're gonna learn. It's easy to tell somebody something about a situation that hasn't gone through it. It don't hit the same. It's like, oh, but once you actually go through it and you experience it and you have to deal with it, it's just a different feeling. You understand better, and you take it more serious. So that's just kind of where I'm at with, as far as just understanding that one day that my kids was gonna be older, one day that they was gonna be grown, and one day I was gonna have to deal with all the things that I put other women through at times in my life. But even though you have those kind of worries, there are a lot of joys that come with raising girls. It's like you can look through, you live through their eyes. You see the world through their eyes. And what I mean by that is that you see stuff how they see it sometimes, when you just kind of, like my daughters. One of my daughters, she loves Mickey Mouse. She loves Mickey Mouse. She loves Trolls. She loves Poppy. And when I'm with her, like I just try to be in that moment with her. If she want to sing Poppy all day and dance and sing, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be there in that moment with her. And uh, and I love that though. I love seeing that joy and happiness in her, in their eyes. Both of my kids, I love seeing it. They both love me their own certain way. I'm always around one of them, so she kind of spoiled to the point where it's like, oh, I seen daddy. I see him all the time. So it's like, I don't want to be bothered with him right now. But my other one, Dream, she's real. Like, it's like every time she sees me, it's like she hit the lotto. Like, my baby is so happy. She jumps for joy. Like, every other word that comes out her mouth is daddy. She want to show me something. She want me to play with her, you know, and that warms my heart. It warms my heart, because for me to not be there all the time, and every single time I come, it's the same energy. I mean, every time my baby is full of energy when she see me from the time I'm there to the time we depart from each other, and that be the hardest part, having to watch my baby leave or her watch me leave. And so yeah, I mean, being a girl, that is hard because they trigger emotions in you that your son don't trigger. I love my son, don't get me wrong, man, but it's just something about my daughters that just trigger something else in me. They make me wanna be better. They make me wanna do the right thing all the time. They make me wanna not saying my son don't, but like I said, it's just something different with the girls, man. When they come, it's just they make you wanna do everything right. Show them love all the time. Cause I don't need you feeling like you grew up without it and you trying to go in the world and find that. Yeah, your daddy love you, man. Uh so it be a balance, man. It be a balance. And and just too, like another thing that I enjoy, man, is just that's a pleasure, man. It's just watching them develop their interests. Like I said, man, my daughter loves Mickey. She loves Trolls, specifically Poppy and Branch. And just seeing how she has all these dolls and toys, and just seeing how she be in her own little world. She got her own little kitchen. She might just go in there and she'll sit Branch and Poppy down, sit them down somewhere, and she in the kitchen cooking for them in her little kitchen. She be in her own little world, and it be so beautiful to see. It'd be so beautiful to see, to watch a kid, man, just sitting there, just enjoying life, just enjoying herself, just playing, just smiling, and it bring happiness to me. But something I always say, man, like it really took for me to have my own kids to see things differently, just with life, period. Understanding that not every moment of life is important. Nothing's like nothing is every second, every other day is important when you got kids. I try to see all my kids every single day because I feel like it's important. So, and it's healthy. I feel like it's healthy. Your kids see you every day, especially if you're in the same city and it's possible. I think if you can make that effort. Obviously everybody got lives, but it just brings joy to me. They really, my kids really make me happy. So I just try to be there for them. Anytime I can. And there are obviously there's challenges with anything. It's not all peaches and cream when you raising a daughter, let alone a child. Period. Uh, but luckily for me, they're young, so I haven't really been able. I haven't really, not really, but I haven't at all like had to deal with any type of gender stereotypes or body issues or self-esteem issues or nothing like that. I haven't had to go through none of that with my kids just yet because, like I said, they're young. But obviously, that's something I will have to have a conversation with them with, and I'll be ready for it because I know exactly how that is because I thought like that too with women, like as far as their bodies, like how they should be, how they should look, and it's like, no, I got a much better understanding of it. So I look forward to being able to have those tough conversations with my daughters when they get older because they have a dad that experienced a lot of the stuff uh that they will be going through. I had a lot of experience in it. And that's the one thing that I wish that my dad was around for, is that a lot of the stuff that I went through in my life, or I'm going through in my life now, he went through. He dealt with it. He could have helped me maneuver it. He might not have been able to give me the answers, but he could have gave me a blueprint of what it was he went through, how he dealt with it, so that I could have been like, all right, well, let me not take that road. Let me try something different. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out like that. But luckily for me, man, God blessed the child that could hold his own. And with the help of, my family and stuff like that, luckily, I had a strong mom. So grandparents, stuff like that. Like my relationships with my daughters, it's so crazy, like how the bond that we've had has grown over time, or not even grown, but just evolved over time. Cause I mean, like with my daughter Serenity, she's a mama's girl. She loves her mama, but she loves her dad too. But see, the thing with Serenity is Serenity jealous. She's a jealous child. She don't pay no attention to me until she see me giving my attention to somebody else. See, that's the type of chick she is. That's the type of chick she gonna be. She gonna be that chick that she gonna like you, and then when she don't like, really like you no more, she gonna just like, not pay you no attention. But then when you start showing somebody else attention, that's when she gonna start liking you again. That's how Serenity is. She be doing me so wrong. But but over time, it done kind of got a little better. Like I come home and she happy to see me. She daddy, daddy, daddy. She damn near trying to open the door for me. So that's a good sight to see. And my daughter Dream, that one was special. It was weird because Dream was a mama's girl because she was breastfed for a while. She was breastfed longer than I wanted her to be. But I ain't even gonna get into that. But she was a real mama's girl. So she wasn't really like, me and her relationship was kind of weird. Like obviously it was my daughter, but she always wanted her mama. Always wanted her mama. And I want to say maybe when she turned, it was like this up until she probably turned 2. And when she turned 2, things started changing. Once she got out of that bottle, I mean off of that breast and stuff like that, and she kind of was getting into her own. To this day, she is a full-blown daddy's girl. I mean, that girl loves me. Just like I was saying earlier, that girl loves she loves the hell out of me. Hell, I think she loved me more than I love her. I don't know. But that's what it be feeling like sometimes. Like, and she makes it known. She makes me feel it. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. My baby makes sure I feel it. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that feeling of being loved, especially for my kids. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it because I love them. You know what I'm saying? And I know how I felt when I was a kid, man. I didn't feel love as much as I felt like I should have. So I make sure that my kids show me love, I show them love right back. I show them love right back. But what I would just say, man, for other fathers that's out there, that's a girl dad, embrace the journey and just be open for anything. Just be open to learning. Be patient. Embrace it, and I guarantee you, man, you'll love it every step of the way because you'll be learning something new every time about your child that you didn't know. I appreciate all y'all for checking it out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I encourage everybody out there that's listening, everybody out there that's watching or whatever the case may be, to share your experience, man, or whatever advice that you got. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.
Things ain't what it seem. They tell me don't get caught up dreaming. Live inside reality, bro. Go and chase your dream. Been